bringing you out to the brooding room. As you see, it's still under construction. Let me turn off this air conditioning so you can hear me a little bit better. So, in the previous video, I told you a little bit about the chicken math, and this is where a lot of that chicken math happens. After hatching the eggs, we bring them out to the brooding area. This is where they, in their initial stages, they are under their heat lamps and they're growing as healthy chicks. Now, let's introduce you to one of the chicks. One of the chicks here. Let me get him out of here. This little guy. Look at this little guy right here. It's a nice little chicken here. So this is going to be a little short video. It's not much to say about brooding. Just how you're going to keep the heat. Sometimes you may have to raise the heat because it may be a little bit hotter in here, so you don't want the chicks to overheat. And sometimes you have to lower the heat. If they're just all ganging up together and trying to use more body heat, then you can pretty much tell that they are a little bit colder. So you'd have to lower the heat to make sure that they're getting sufficient heat. You want to make sure that they have sufficient water in their brooders. You also want to make sure that they have food as well. So, we have our different breeds or different sizes of chicks. Like the bigger chick I just pulled out, that's one. So they're all in this larger brooder, if I can catch one. See this size here? This is in this particular brooder that's right here. So the larger, when the chicks get a little bit larger, we want to keep them separated from the really, really tiny chicks. Like these guys here. See, this is a really tiny chick. So you don't want them to get trampled and things like that. So we keep them separated. And also, of course, we keep the breeds separate until they grow out. And then we take them out into the chicken yard where we're just starting to work on a little grow out pen. We have a grow out pen, but we don't want to put smaller chicks in with the chicks that are gotten to a certain size. So, that's one thing that we're working on. In the brooding room, we try to keep things that are going to help out the chicks if we start seeing them, get lethargic or if they're a little bit sick. So right now we have in the brooding room our poultry cell. Can you see that? So we keep the poultry cell in here. We also have the antimicrobial poultry care that we keep in here that we may add to their water. We also keep the poultry aid. Can you see that? You have the poultry aid. And of course, if the entire, sometimes we just want to make sure that we're also putting electrolytes in their water. So it's a process of keeping the chicks healthy, because you never want to, give someone unhealthy chicks. You want to make sure that the chicks are healthy. And what else? Some of our water feeders, we put marbles inside the water feeders so that the chicks don't drown themselves. We have the smaller water feeders with the smaller lips so that they actually can't get inside there and drown themselves. Because we are keeping them in here overnight, And, you know, that's an 8-hour period. And anything can happen in an 8-hour period with chicks. You'll find out once you start hatching chicks and raising your own chickens from birth or from hatching. He was a birth, the chicks are hatched. So what else we do? Well, sometimes we give them treats, raisins, a little bit of that. Another thing we talked about in the previous video is keeping apple cider vinegar always available. This is a really important health aid for chickens. So we always have sufficient apple cider vinegar to add to their water. It promotes healthy digestion in chickens. Let's see over here. Let's grab a little yellow one. This little chick here. Look at this little yellow one here. Huh? So they come in all different colors. Some people fall in love with the, just the chick itself, but after they grow up, they're gonna look completely different from when they're chicks. Their plumage will change, of course, according to the breed. Very rarely will they stay the same. Of course, the primary colors may stay the same, but the overall look of the chicken once it matures is going to change. So I'm just going to give you a closer look at the brooders and the chicks so you can actually see what we got going on. Now, in this particular brooder, we have the light, the black light. It just emits heat. No light comes from the actual lamp, but it is a heat lamp. So they have an area to heat. These lights emit light and heat. So, see, they're just all huddled up because I'm over top of them right now. This guy, he's almost there where we're going to be putting him outside in the grow out pen. Over here. Baby chicks. And over here, we have the pheasants. Can we see that? See those pheasants? I believe last time I showed you guys in a previous video, I actually called them quail. And my wife went to town on me. They're not quail, they're pheasants. Called them the wrong thing. You don't want to give people the wrong information. I didn't do it intentionally. After a while, it's really hard to keep track of all of the different birds and different breeds. And another thing, I wanted to, now that I remember the name of the other ducks that we have, and that's Cayuga ducks. They have black with green plumage. They're a really pretty duck, and that's the ducks that we have. So we have Pekin ducks and Cayuga ducks. And another breed of chicken that I failed to mention was the mini chickens. The mini breed of chickens, which are Saramas. They're really small chickens, and they're adorable. Some people keep them as pets because they're so small. Lots of people have them, for show, but they're a really fun breed as well. So that's pretty much what me, you, and the chickens, our growing brooding room looks like. It's still under construction, but it has sufficient heating in each brooder. The room is cooled by air conditioning, so we can regulate the temperature inside the room. and we're often out here when we have time. So early in the mornings, we're out making sure that they're okay. Throughout the day, we're checking on the chicks to make sure that they're okay. So we have really, really healthy chicks. And now that we have this brooding house, lots of people, love to come in and check out the chicks. So now when they're in the chick yard, they can actually come in and take a look at what chicks that we currently have.
I want to talk to you.
We also bring our ducklings in here as well. So when we hatch ducks, when we hatch geese, when they're really small, we bring them in here. But we keep them separate from the chicks because baby ducks are messy. And at a certain age, you're gonna put the water in there, and they're gonna make a mess, a full mess of everything. So we have a separate brooder that we leave out for the ducks and geese. But that's pretty much it. So don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video. You can watch the video on Facebook, or you can visit our YouTube channel. Of course, it's me, you, and the chickens on all social media platforms. We're going to try to go live and, start talking to some of the people that are doing the same thing. If you have any suggestions on what we should do, it would really help because we're new to this. We're coming up on our first year of our small homestead farm, and we encourage everyone to participate, because if you're doing it too, you may have run into some problems that we've run into. We can help you out, and there may be some things that you've figured out that you can actually help us. Like one of the current issues that we ran into was angel wings with baby geese. That was something new, so we did our research. Of course, YouTube is the teacher and Google is your friend. So we did we did the Google searches on it, and we watched a lot of videos on people who had similar problems. Unfortunately, we didn't get some before and after footage of the angel wings, but what we did actually worked. It's wrapping the wings and keeping them wrapped for 48 hours, tucked close to the bird, so that it strengthens their ability to hold the wings there. It worked, and we may have to repeat the process, but for now, the baby geese, its wings are tucked in, and it's looking good out in the duck and geese yard. But for now, I'm just going to sign off. I just wanted to make sure I made contact with you guys and talked a little bit about the brooding room and gave you a closer look. Last time I just mentioned it and showed you the actual building, and I wanted to bring you on inside. So again, thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember to like, share, and comment. If you have people that are into it that want to join in this community, definitely, suggest our pages and come along the journey with us. Again, it's me, you, and the chickens, and we'll be seeing you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.